Psalm number 4. Let's listen to Psalm 4 according to the New International Version.
For the director of music, with stringed instruments, a psalm of David. Answer me when I call to you, my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long will you people turn my glory into shame? How long will you love delusions and seek false gods? Know that the Lord has set apart his faithful servant for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Tremble and do not sin. When you are on your beds, search your hearts and be silent. Offer the sacrifices of the righteous and trust in the Lord. Many, Lord, are asking, who will bring us prosperity? Let the light of your face shine on us. Fill my heart with joy when their grain and new wine abound. In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 5. For the director of music.
Yes, that was the Psalm number 4. Like the previous psalm, Psalm 3, this psalm was also written during the time when David fled from his son Absalom. David advises his enemies, wanting them to find a way of righteousness and to fight not against him but against sin. Absalom was probably merely an excuse for the people to rise up against what God has ordained, exactly against David, who was God's chosen king. Unlike the political system of pagan nations, David's kingship represented spiritual leadership, where the king was also God's representative in this world. And I guess the real enemy was likely Absalom's advisor Ahithophel, which we find, for example, from the second book of Samuel, chapter 15, for example. Let's take the second book of Samuel, chapter 15, and from the verse 31, for example. Now David has been told, Ahithophel is among the conspirators with Absalom. So David prayed, Lord, turn Ahithophel's counsel into foolishness. So here we see the conspirator, who actually was not in fact Absalom, but was advisor Ahithophel. David clearly sees people's greed and lust for power and calls his enemies to repent of their sins. David does not thirst for revenge, rather he mercifully desires to lead his enemies to the true source of happiness. The second verse here reveals a significant truth about life. David's cry here in the first verse, have mercy on me, shows that he considered himself an undeserving beggar for grace. David speaks of God who, for example, fills my heart with joy and make me dwell in safely. We should not despair in the midst of life's troubles, but trust in God's possibilities. They are endless. God can use hardships and painful experiences as lessons and instruments to draw us closer to Himself. Situations that seem hopeless may conceal the seed of a new blessing. So we should be content with our lot and not envy the success of others. People pursue vanity and emptiness when they fix their eyes only on material prosperity. Sin and lust may seem attractive at first, but finally they bring only disappointments. We should lift our gaze to heavenly things and to the opportunities which God offers. Also, many envy the prosperity and material wealth of the wicked. David asks us to rejoice instead when we see this. If God has granted joy and success even to those who hate Him, how much greater blessings has He prepared for those who love Him? So let's continue with God and continue to read the Psalms.